Good morning, honorable members. Ngasi business packet sarage. Agenda number 1. Papers to be laid on the table. Honorable Leader of the House na report let to begin.
I table the reports later.
Agenda number 2. Intimation by the Secretary Manipur Legislative Assembly na House Committee ki report intimate to begin.
With your permission, sir, I beg to lay the report of the House Committee to inquire into the fraudulent withdrawal of money in the Department of Tea and the Hills, Government of Manipur. The House Committee was constituted as per a resolution of the House on 20th February 2021, and its report was submitted to the Honorable Speaker on 30 December 2021. As the House was not in session, the 11th Manipur Legislative Assembly was dissolved by the Honorable Governor of Manipur on 11 March 2022. As per Parliamentary Convention, the report of the committee is required to be laid before the table of the new House. Now, I therefore lay the report on the table of the House. Thank you.
Agenda number 3. General discussion on demand of supplementary grants 2021-22. Agenda number 4. Discussion and voting of grant for supplementary grant 2021-22. Agenda number 3. General discussion on demand for supplementary grant 2021-2022. Amasung agenda number 2. Discussion and voting of demands for supplementary grants 2021-2022 ni agenda number 1 amasung agenda number 2 ani asi honorable finance minister na punna mu tawre haina lojeraga discussion tawnaba lokhatjare participate tawbigadaba si honorable member mangani ahanbada sawi abinaba honorable member LM Khawte.
Good morning, Speaker, sir. I would like to congratulate you for on your election as Speaker of the August House, and I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to express my opinions and views on some of the supplementary demands. First of all, I would like to take up in random order the various demands. Demand number 19 regarding environment and forest. Due to deforestation, the streams, the rivers many of them have dried up in various parts of the state. In Churachampur district, we have a few such cases like the Lanva river, which has dried up, and the people of Churachampur are reeling under water crisis. We have the Kogadam project, which is more than 50 years old. Ironically, the people of Churachampur, Lamka town and the surrounding are yet to get the benefit of water supply from this water source. So I would like to draw the attention of the Honorable Speaker to look into the matter so that the benefit of the Kogadam, the clean water that is available at the Kogadam should be made available to the people of Lamka town and the surrounding. Regarding disaster demand number 48, I would like to mention that there have been reports that in the past there have been snake bites and wild animal attacks on people across the state. Unfortunately, in some of these cases, the victims have not been given compensation. That is the information that I have received. In the absence of clarity on which set of account the relief or compensation should be paid to the victim. So this matter needs to be looked into so that, like any other victims of disaster, unfortunate victims of wild animal attacks and snake bites should also be given the compensation they deserve. Demand number 10, education. The demand for MU South Campus for Churachandpur, which is a hub, educational hub for the state, has been long-standing. People are demanding setting up of Manipur University South Campus at Lamka town and Churachandpur. I would like to take this opportunity to highlight this long-standing demand. Under School Fagat Hansi mission, if we are taking up this mission all over the state on equal footing, it might take time. We need to prioritize some educational institutions like schools so that within the School Fagat Hansi mission, we are able to achieve the objectives in respect of few selected schools so that quality education is provided at affordable price to the poor families. Demand number 25, sports. State-of-the-art training facilities should be set up all over the state, particularly at the district headquarters. Proper attention should be given for such training facilities for outdoor as well as indoor games, and the need for setting up of tough grounds, particularly at the district headquarters, should be taken into account. Demand number 11, I have gone through the Honorable Chief Minister's draft speech, which has mentioned enhancement of health insurance under the CMHT from 2 lakhs to 5 lakhs, which is a very welcome decision. I would like to propose to the Honorable Speaker whether this scheme, which is very, very popular and which is benefiting our people, should also be extended to government employees. Demand number 18, animal husbandry and veterinary. We have indigenous games like pony and indigenous animals like pony and indigenous dogs, which have also been recognized in the country. For example, the haufu. These are the two indigenous animals which I'm aware of. I feel that there is a need for promoting and preservation of the indigenous breeds. One way of doing it is by way of holding animal pony show or dog show regularly. PWD demand number 8, we need to have integrated planning for a road construction, road development, which should include drainage and sewerage system. Otherwise, most of our roads are without proper drainage, and during rainy season, water flows over the road, and the road also gets damaged early. For example, my town, Lamka town, is a cluster of villages, and there are many inter-village roads. There are many roads which need to be improved, and most of them are without proper drainage. So I would like to mention this point to Honorable Speaker to look into the matter. Regarding demand number 31, fire protection and control. In view of the narrow lanes and bylanes that we have, in times of exigency or emergency, we need to have more number of smaller fire tenders so that mobility is enhanced. Regarding art and culture, demand number 41, I would like to put forth my views that the budget management for construction of museum should also include recurring expenditure for cultural festivals and maintenance of museum, because we are proud of our culture. We are proud of our traditional dresses. We are proud of our festivities, our cultural dances. So that needs to be promoted by giving budget to each tribe or community for promoting our indigenous culture. Horticulture and soil conservation, demand number 43, emphasis on production of indigenous herbs, crops, medicinal plants should also be laid. Agriculture, demand number 17, my suggestion is regarding cold storage facilities for agriculture produce, for improving the market for the farmers, for the benefit of the farmers. Transport, demand number 6, I would like to put forth my views. So in regard to public transport system, in major towns and district headquarters, this needs to be looked into because of the increasing number of population and the increasing number of vehicles on road, which lead to traffic congestion in various parts of the state, particularly at the district headquarters, and introduction of e-vehicles to check pollution and better the public transport system. Social welfare, demand number 44, drug addicts, orphans, people with disabilities. We need to have proper survey of this data, particularly at the districts, in the districts where these problems prevail, and come up with a proper rehabilitation plan, which should include shelter and fooding and even skill development. Thank you so much for this opportunity once again.
Mathangda, Honorable Senior Member K. Ranjit Singh.
Good morning, sir. Sir, a supplementary demand discussion is a debate on the Masida cut motion or the token cut Pukatana debate on the Habisha Kangi Adubu Ayuva Masi pass, Sweden Togani, Togring either US Haitegi observation, Amasung clarification, Amaridang a Tomjagasa. Sarakoi, a observation da how giba Tarama to Suba Assembly election Gimatam Loidana, a koi Ikuidana, Pangtoki Baduma trying to issue election da Miamgi, Mihut, Prozagi, mandate Lodana, Koi Karakana City, Anova, trying to issue Assembly Gimapun Siadu, Hore. Uzik Ladiba, Hogi BJP na losing Bahabatai, Prozagi mandate, absolute majority PB dana, City Anova Sarkarama, Anova Assembly Ama, Laidana trying to issue Bagi Assembly Si Hore, Aina Asato Madudi, Ladiba Sarkar Sina, Soidana, Hogi Manipurgi, Saukat Toranga, Dugate, Ishu Kayada, Prozagi, Chapchana Tabakadu Torkani Haidana. Tazaisa. Luna Yamna Nuaizaba point any Haibatai. And the Kisumba trying to issue election Asida. Mamangi Tam Kayada, Tongan Department, Choba, Pam Paiviramaba, like Sumatic Sana, Hiraba, IS, IPS, Mayamama, Mayami Mihut with Saruga Birapa, Sida, Aishayam Nuaiba Pawi, and the Kisumba. Koi matik charwa mayam asina Manipuri luraba issue kayada soidana participate to biduna choba performance PV gani habi asa tohi sar aroi bada sar yamna itihasik oi ba haibatai khoi nupi community gi chei chal haibatai tongan ba party degi khoi member manga house to participate to ba prajana PV rak parsi sar masi hayeng khoi Manipur ki Haurakiba, सांग्रब पॉलिटिकल इतिहास अमुक्त यावरखिद्रिबा अखोई यामना मसिंग चावना काबसी मसी यामना ऐतिहासिक ओइगनी लोइना सार मणिपुर की तोंगान तोंगान बा मफम द थोइबा ngasiगी नुपीगी ओइबा सिगुम्बा थौदोक वाथोक कया सिदा चौबा शेयर लौबिरकनी हाइबगी ऑनरेबल मेंबर नुपी सिंगदा आई मसी आशा थमजरगा सर आई डिपार्टमेंट वाइज हाइजररोय चुमना क्लैरिफिकेशन खरक खक आई ऑनरेबल लीडर ऑफ द हाउस तगी हाइब तारे मिनिस्टर दी नहान ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर यावरगा तरुक काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर वासखरे अदुबु हुजुक फाउदा पोर्टफोलियो से यंथोक्तबनिना ऑनरेबल लीडर ऑफ द हाउस न थंबीगनी हाइदना आई चौराप क्लैरिफिकेशन खर थमजगे सर हुजिकते सर अखोई सप्लीमेंटरी बजेट हाइबसी अखोई चाही अमदा चंगदोबा बजेट एनुअल बजेट पास तौखरे ममागी तामदा गवर्नमेंट हाइबसी कंटिन्यू प्रोसेस नि पास तौखरगसु सरकार सिदी चलाइदब यादबनिना अदुगी अवाट अपा डेवलपमेंट की अदुगा एम्प्लॉई सिंगी पीगदौबा दरकार लेबा चंगदौबा मचाकसिंग अदु पीदब यादबनिना मदुगी अवाटपदु कायथोकपदुबनि अखोइना सप्लीमेंटरी बजेट आइदना मसी अखोइ ngasi फमदबा यारदना मार्च फाइनेंशियल लोइगदरबसिदा अखोइना फमीबसे हंजनिंगिबा अमदि लाक्चनिंगिबा फमदि सा अखोइ मिकुप खरगी पुंजा खरगी मतुंगदा बजेट सि पास तौरगनी सप्लीमेंटरी सि मणिपुर की अखोइगी लेंगा एम्प्लॉई सिंग हाइबा ताई एम्प्लॉई सिंग सि था 12 चाही अमदा तोलो फंगिबसे अदु अखोइगी एक्टिव सर्विस ता लैबा से आईआरबी अदुगा एमआर अदुगी पुलिस न चिंगबा सिगुम्बा एक्टिव सर्विस ता लैबा मोइसि सार अखोइ सुटी लेते अदुगा 24 आवर सर्विस तवे मरम मदुना चाही अमदा था 13 सि मोइगी सैलरी सि सरकार ने पीदना लाई अदा हाइरिबा था 12 चाही मसाबा अदुगा था 13 मोइद एक्टिव सर्विस ता पीरिबा था 13 की तोलोब से हंदक की होगी चाही सि अखोइगी बटालियन अमा अनि नतना था 13 की तोलोब से अहेनबा था अमगी हाइबा तारे मसी पिथोकते मसी करी मरमगिनो अदुबु हाइरिबा सप्लीमेंटरी बजेट सि पास तौगदरबनिना सिगुम्बा वालौरिबा सिफाई सिंगी था अमगी से मसी पिथोकपदा बजेट सिदा यावरब्रा कयाम थुना पीगदोरिबनो हाइबसिमा आई लीडर ऑफ द हाउस तगी आई सिमा थमजनिंगी सा हंदक हौगिबा सार चाही अनि हाइबा ताई 2000 दगी हौना पृथ्वी पुंबदा अखोई थेंगनरिबा कोविड-19 की अवाबा चैथेंग मरकसिदा नेशनल हेल्थ मिशन की एम्प्लॉई सिंगदा लौखिबा थौदांग से सार अखोई सिंथाबदा लोइबा नायरोय हैना खाली मरमदी सिगुम्बा लैना लाइचत सिना मियोइबा जाति अखोई सि थवाई सि लोइनमक पुखरगनी हाइबगी अकीबा सिबा अमसुंग चंगबगी लंगदाइदा लेप्तना लैरबा कांदा मदुदा अखोइगी हाइरिबा नेशनल हेल्थ मिशन की एम्प्लॉई सिंगदा लौखिबा थौदांग तुम्बा चाबा सिबा खंगदना थेंगनखिबा दायित्व सिंग अदो मसी था 10 रोमगी अखोइगी ऑनरेरियम सि पीददना लैरे हाइबगी इंफॉर्मेशन अमा लैबा अदुना मसीना चुम्बो ओइरगदी हुजिकती सप्लीमेंटरी डिमांड फॉर ग्रांट से पास तौगदरबनिना नुमित कयानिगी मनुंगदा मखोइगी ऑनरेरियम से सुना पिथोक पिगदोरिबनो पिथोकनबगी अदि पोतु मसीदा पैसादु मसीदा यावरब्रा हाइबसिमा आइसिमा खंजनिंगी सा अदुगा लोइनना सर अखोइगी अंगनवाड़ी सेंटर दा अखोइ खुंगंग सिंगदा लैबा पिक इबा अंगांगदगिना चाही 5 फाउबगी मनुंगदा अफबा चिंजाक पिजननबा अदुगा अफबा मसामु फबा फाननबगी दमक्ता सर्विस तौलिबा अंगनवाड़ी की अखोइ वर्कर हेल्पर सिंगसिगी कइनोसी ऑनरेरियम हाइगद्रा यामना पिक पर्सेंट निसा अदुमा लैरिबा सरकार सि ममांगदसु लैबिरमे सरकार अदुना मसी अहेनबो ऑनरेरियम पीगनी हाइदना लाउथोखिबगी वाफम सु सार आई कोई ताजखरे अदुबो हारिबा सिगुम्बा अहेनबा ऑनरेरियम सु पीगनेना लाउथोखिबा अदुगा याम पिकना सु फंगजबा वर्कर अमसुंग हेल्पर सिंगसिगी था 13 की ऑनरेरियम सि पिथोक्तदना लैरी हाइना ताई मसीगी ऑनरेरियम सिसु हाइरिबा सप्लीमेंटरी बजेट सिदा अखोइ यावरब्रा यावरमगनी हाइना खाली chahi loigadoromnina aduna hariba si kayam thuna karamba matamda pithokpigадорibano haibasimaga ai information clarification is sir I one by one sai haijakre thamjararoi loinana sir akoi urban amasung rural area da leiriba gram panchayat ki category da duga urban ki area da leiriba masida matam gi akoi pradhan member amasung councillor singda khangiba haiba tare housing lot housing scheme haiba tare masi yam kuira sar pithoktana leibasi akoi Minister of Urban Development ki makhada 2016 da khangiba tongan ba Manipur ki Imphal yauna leiriba municipal area da khoi gi yum kai sananabagi khangiba scheme selection phangraba adugumba si khoi first phase khakpiraga atai si pithoktana leiba sing ase masi hujikti supplementary budget si kaithokta yaradana kaigadorobanina asigumbagi walhori basing asi handaki mass financial mamang da pithokpiba yananabagi adu leibra loinana rural area gi pradhan singi kano da su akhoi gi PMAYG haidana Prime Minister Awas Yojana Gramin gi makhada saba imsalon basi chahi 2017 dagi haibatai phase ahum lak thongna piga da badu phase ani khak piraga aroiba phase pidadana im saba losan bangam da bagi problem mayam ama lei aduna hairiba sing asi su pithongna nabagi supplementary budget asida ai soidana yawrumgani haina khali aduna masi karamba matamda pithok pigadage loinana sar akoi haukiba chahi manga haibatai tarama thui suba assembly election da akoi laibak thidana karak khidaba mayam ama su yawre aduga anoba mayam ama kabirak su yawre akoi public works department aduga tongan ba department gi makha da paikhat khiba development worksing haibatai say for example lambi IVR the ODR even state highway na chingba sem khiba su gi mayam se masi hujik phawda akoi contractor sing gi payment si pithok daba sina maram orakanda aikoina karigumba thabak ama kari ama suna naba mo hoida hairu matamda paisa pithok tabanina haibagi akoi masida yamna chouba akoi awaba ma akoi mayok nare masi akoi gi aigi kendra khaki wana tana house ta phambiriba hana kabiramba amasung husi karaiba mayam sigi kendra khuding makta su masigi pending se ai leirangone na khali adubu ngasidi chahi sigi pidaba yadaba sina daba yadaba development gi wat hoba aduga salary na singba pidaba yadaba gi adugumba supplementary budget ama pass togadoromnina madu watloriba contractor singi payment na singbasi PB gadoribra mosagi area simba ai khangjaninge sa aroibada sar aina demand number 8 simatang di ai mate amatang thamjadaba yadre demand number 8 public works department sar hanasu mamangi sarkar da ai yam kanna ai table tawjagre house to puthokjagre Burma Sugunu road haina khangna ba wagai lamkhai Sugunu chakpi karong masi apunba kilometer si sa wagai lamkhai tu Sugunu si 24 point something kilometer 27 point something kilometer ni aduga Sugunu tu chakpi karong se akoi 12 kilometer so nearly 40 kilometer khatani sa masi yamna maru oiba akoi gi Sugunu kendra amasung hyanglam kendra sina valley gi oijaragasu New Samtan haijabatai sir New Samtan si Burma Myanmar border ni asigumba Myanmar border sidagi hauraga chakpi karong Chandel district amasung Churachandpur district ka tainaba loinana Sugunu kendra amasung hyanglam kendra ani gi tainaba sida leiriba apunba mioi lak ani ahum gi mathak oibe ai sar sangraba border dagina hyanglam kendra gi leiriba roiba si phaugi praja singi lifeline oriba wabagai lamkhai Sugunu chakpi karong road se do ki matik Patre, Hainingai Layton of Patra Sar, Huzuki Matamda, Aina Sum Kanjabada, Manipurgi Manunda, quite the Patavi State Highway, Wabai Lamkai Sugunu Chapikaron, Lambisi, Oramgani, Haidana Kalisa. Aduna Sidi, Sigumba, supplementary budget Sigi Kudum Saba, Lojaraga, honorable leader of the House, the Gi, commitment Haigadra, Basigi, Lambisi. Paikhat piba yarabra adu karamba matamda masi paikhat pa hogadage yaroidabu oraga sumadugi yaroidabugi maramdu ꯄꯤꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯑꯩ ꯁꯤꯃ ꯈꯛꯇꯪ ꯊꯝꯖꯒꯦ ꯁꯥꯔꯅ ꯑꯩꯕꯨ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯈꯔ ꯄꯤꯕꯤꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯆꯔꯤ ꯊꯦꯡꯛ ꯌꯨ
Mathangda, Honorable Member Shri K.S. Joy Kishan.
Honorable Sir, ngasigi supplementary grant ki demand discussion to which they da aisu aigo ba observation katang bijage ai mangdanga gi bi ba akoi gi honorable level yamba siran jin so habi gire masidi automatically dum supplementary sidi dum pass taro dam ni tabu tabu akoi na akoi gi bo observation mayam sima bi hobom da ka le bisa sar ai gi observation ji pijadringa dai kitang hoi ngasi han ba kabirak pa honorable ml mayam so bire honorable sir lagi lairiba mayam sida kitang remind do jining bam leiba sar ngasi house in a famise akoi punamak na leiri si India ke constitution ni ngak na bani honorable speaker lairiba honorable chief minister lairiba honorable ml sing mayam le se as per constitution of India da akoi ki article mayam sina masi leiu go me smai semu ise smai chang bani sigi article si matungi na akoi ki article 170 am speaker laini council of minister article 160 swan makal si le ne akoi ml sigi ka lawmakers akoi sida ta gi pot che law ni se ne gi tuine adra khwai de akoi ne le ri thodang se kari noi na akoi ki constitution na kwai ne constitution se sar akoi ngasi manipur ke praja mayam bharat ke praja mayam na kari uge da house kari ngana gi house kari warep ta gi sine batana ri honorable mla amna pukhalak pada speaker da address tau jare speaker na concern country da tawraga assurance me pi matam da khoi di madu honorable speaker na assurance pigram na house na assurance pigram me luxury ne ar house na assurance pigram por sing je tawrak tar gi sar akoi house na constitution ngai bre se si point na tham ni sa adu idar ga di ngasi leiriba la logo mayam se india gi against ngangi constitution against tawe dana mo je terrorist ni lori ne anti national lori ne sa aina thamjari sir akoi house leiriba mla khudi mangna honorable sana constitution ji ngak na sa se ni khwan tham si maram di sir house da akoi da pigra ba tawni haiba sing se am ta taw de yes I know assurance committee le assurance committee the chair su pide are where is the dignity of this house sir 8 praman amani puthok charge sir demand number 8 yam su maru oi ba house level member mayam su loi concern oi ba mla mayam si handak board kajar eba mayam si lambi thong si priority loi pina ba ngatani honorable speaker sir gi su atai te le ri mayam se lambi sine lambi thong si lambi sem da matam da mla board khala lambi sem dre harin aduna quite a priority se akoi gi demand number 8 ki pwd ni sa ngasi gi supplementary se da akoi gi house da honorable sarna akoi gi mama gi session oi ta su speaker na ni aduna house ne assure to grabane ai gi thangmaiban gi kendra gi lambi khara in house session anirakta budget session anirakta masi payment pidri si kai gi noina chai om mari surab se matam se da akoi gi honorable speaker na directed tidna concern works minister se pi ni hai next is budget session da su namu na ngaudre handak soi ne pi ni hai ba but till this that no payment has been given fire thagale works ministry gi da thamrom ta le adugi matung da numi tara trangwani matung thagat pagari payment noi pi ge ba what is the motive of this government is continuous in them honorable sana se de kari ware lobi ge dage ngasi ge supplementary pass tau dori ba pwd ki supplementary ki chauro se no pass tau dori sida namuk payment peu da ba house assure tau graba akoi gi thabuk sing gi payment pina ba se reflect tau bra reflect tau de da akoi ne kamai pass tau ya do no sarkar sine buri treasury pens da ai su government support tau germany my party adu ta su akoi puna mana khangmi na bom da ka le constitution ji da le ri bo port si da house da ngamni ngamoi haina grabo ngamni haina report to ta daga di constitution ji ngai bra aduna masida ne ena pung changsan li se once house da ngak thok ra ga di manipur paja myam na urim ni aduna house ngak thok ki posi to biu adu ai point luxury di demand number 8 ta ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯎꯁꯇ ꯄꯦꯃꯦꯟ ꯄꯤꯅꯤꯅ ꯂꯥꯎꯊꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯊꯕꯛꯁꯤꯡꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯄꯦꯃꯦꯟꯁꯤꯡꯗꯤ ꯍꯟꯗꯛꯀꯤ ꯁꯄ꯭ꯂꯤꯃꯦꯟꯇꯔꯤ ꯕꯖꯦꯠꯁꯤꯗ ꯔꯤꯐ꯭ꯂꯦꯛ ꯇꯧꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯇꯧꯗꯕ꯭रा ꯍꯥꯎꯁꯇ ꯉꯥꯡꯉꯤꯕ ꯋꯥꯗꯣ ꯉꯥꯛꯄꯤꯒꯗ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯉꯥꯛꯄꯤꯔꯣꯏꯗ꯭ꯔꯥꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤꯃ ꯄꯤꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯁꯥꯔ ꯁꯥꯔꯗ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯁꯤ ꯅꯣꯡꯖꯨ ꯄꯟꯊꯥ ꯂꯥꯛꯇꯣꯔꯦ ꯉꯔꯥꯡꯁꯨ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯁꯨ ꯅꯣꯡ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯀꯟ ꯆꯨꯏ ꯁꯥꯔ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯁꯛꯌꯦꯜ ꯃꯤꯡꯖꯦꯜ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯖꯒꯥꯁꯤ ꯁꯥꯔ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯀꯦꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯒꯤ ꯊꯪꯒꯥꯜ ꯕꯖꯥꯔꯅꯤ ꯁꯥꯔ ꯃꯁꯤꯗꯩꯗ ꯕꯤꯖꯤꯅꯦꯁ ꯍꯕꯁꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯤꯕꯅꯤ ꯊꯪꯒꯥꯜ ꯕꯖꯥꯔꯗ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯝ ꯂꯩꯕꯁꯤ ꯁꯥꯔ ꯅꯣꯡ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯆꯨꯕ ꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯄꯪꯊꯨꯝꯗ ꯊꯨꯝꯕ ꯁꯥꯔ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯇꯤ ꯄꯨꯂꯤꯁꯁꯤ ꯌꯦꯡꯕꯤꯌꯣꯕ ꯕꯖꯥꯔ ꯄꯨꯔꯤꯕ ꯁꯤꯇꯤ ꯄꯨꯂꯤꯁꯁꯦ ꯅꯣꯡ ꯍꯦꯛ ꯆꯨꯕ ꯁꯤꯇꯤ ꯄꯨꯂꯤꯁꯁꯦ ꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯊꯨꯝꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯁꯥꯔ ꯁꯥꯔ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯂꯥꯀꯥꯗ ꯇꯥꯕꯅ ꯑꯩ ꯌꯦꯡꯖꯩꯌꯦꯕ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯣ ꯃꯁꯤꯕꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯇꯧꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯁꯥꯔ ꯑꯣꯜ ꯑꯦꯁꯦꯝꯕ꯭ꯂꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤꯗ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯂꯩꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯂꯦꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯀꯦꯕꯜ ꯋꯦꯌꯔꯁꯤ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯄꯨꯏꯌꯦꯕ ꯁꯥꯔ ꯑꯣꯅꯔꯦꯕꯜ ꯁꯤ.ꯑꯦꯝꯁꯤ ꯅꯣꯠ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯑꯩ PWꯒꯤ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯅꯦ ꯄꯥꯋꯔ ꯗꯤꯄꯥꯔꯠꯃꯦꯟट ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯅꯦ ꯄꯨꯂꯞ ꯀꯧꯔꯒ ꯆꯠꯂꯨꯔꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯀꯦꯕꯜ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯄꯨꯔꯒ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯄꯔꯄꯁꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯆꯦꯝꯕꯔ ꯑꯅꯤ ꯊꯣꯛꯑꯒ ꯑꯃꯗꯅ ꯋꯦꯌꯔ ꯄꯨꯔꯒ ꯑꯃꯗꯅ ꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯆꯦꯜꯍꯜꯂꯗꯤ ꯐꯕ ꯆꯦꯝꯕꯔ ꯑꯃꯈꯛꯇꯗ ꯋꯦꯌꯔꯗꯣ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤꯜꯂꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯁꯤꯁꯇꯦꯝꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯏꯁꯤꯡꯗꯣ ꯑꯣꯇꯣꯃꯦꯇꯤꯀꯦꯂꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯊꯛꯇꯨꯗ ꯆꯦꯟ ꯇꯥꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯨꯅ ꯔꯦꯛꯇꯤꯐꯥꯏ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯌꯨ ꯁꯥꯔ ꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯍꯟꯗꯛꯁꯨ ꯅꯣꯡ ꯍꯦꯛ ꯆꯨꯔ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗꯗꯤ MLAꯅ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯍꯨꯞꯆꯜꯂꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯆꯠꯂ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯨꯔꯦ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯦꯆꯤꯅꯔꯤ ꯄꯨꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯋꯦꯌꯔ ꯄꯨꯂꯞ ꯄꯨ ꯂꯩꯔꯦꯕ ꯀꯥꯂꯤꯕꯥꯔꯤ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯄꯨꯔ ꯂꯩ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯁꯤꯁꯇꯦꯝꯅꯣ ꯁꯤꯝꯇꯪ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯨꯅ ꯔꯦꯛꯇꯤꯐꯥꯏ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯌꯨ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯗꯤ प्रजागीदमक्ता खल्ल लेरिनी प्रजागी गवर्नमेंट हारगा प्रजा मयामना नुंजु थारे इसिंग थुमगा लाइकान अखोनी येंग लेदि दैट इज नॉट पीपल्स गवर्नमेंट अदुना मस्वाइसिदा अमतंग कनो तोबियु कोई याम कन्ना इसी सप्लीमेंटरी याम सांग सांग आंजरो पॉइंट अमनि अमनि नंग पाजागे पिजागे सा सारे अमना माहोट की से डिमांड नंबर 12 से सिदाई खितंग पॉइंट अमनि थमजगे सा गार्बेज से सा क्वाइट प्रॉब्लम ओरिसी गार्बेज कलेक्शन सिन मसी तंग सरकार सिना हंदकी लाकदोरिबा राम सिददी अफसना अब्दा येंगजनबिसा अखोइगी बाजार दे थौसरगे मियांग बोन बाजार मयासिदा लेबा गार्बेज की प्रॉब्लम से मसी अखोइ बाजार से चंग से केंद्र आई इकायरबने सार अखोइ गार्बेज कर ngol lakto पेमेंट सु पी लौसु लौथोक्ते अरो याम प्रॉब्लम ओयेना यासी याम लेबा अदम येंगबियो अखोइगी कैथेद लेरिबा नाकंद लेबा मसी गार्बेज की प्रॉब्लम अंगपनी अरे अखोइ गवर्नमेंट सिना याम फजबा मोमदा अखोइगी लंबीसदा अनौबा मॉल रोड के सेमदोइने लंबी याम नाना सेमे येंग नुंगाई येंग बा नुंदांग गा सेंग नुंगाई अयुक्ते वॉकिंग दम चपियोबा अदर लेरिबा गार्बेज म्याम लम येंग बियो मसी अमतंग म्युनिसिपल हारगा अयुंग गा लौथोन बगन वा कोइदि फजबनी अस मसी फाला चल हकचांग सोरो नुंगाई त गार्बेज म्याम नम थीमन चत ngamdi अरे सेकेंड थिंग अखोइगी अतै अतै केंद्रगी खंगदे आइगी थाइमबनगी से आई सुंगा लेतन म्युनिसिपालिटी से फोन तब मोइसु इकायरमनी आइसु तलमनी गार्बेज या लौथोक्तब लेकाय लेकाय द लेरिसिंग से मसिमतंग येंगजनबिरो अदुगा अखोइगी गार्बेज की डंपिंग साइट से सिमतंग आइडेंटिफाई तौबिबा अखोइगी लमसांग लोमदा अमा लैइन तोइसि मसी restriction yam le male pung asukte changba ya ba ya da ba ni amna sitan pu boduna akhoi lekai sina so ko sengdok charage lekai sin nal le ga da ganda dumping area se leitab ya wa ba aduna simtang kana tok thok pirega yam nungai jini sir sa mana akhoi gi demand number 20 community and rural development se sa akhoi loin ma ki concern ne sir akhoi gi mastai da local area fund gi matang se local area fund की मतंग सिदा गाइडलाइन में पीरी बट डूज एंड डोंट्स नो ने अरेदा local area fund सिना पैखट पे याद बा सिदा नंबर 1 सिदा ऑफिस बिल्डिंग ने यावरी ऑफिस बिल्डिंग से सर मसी खजिंग तंग क्लियर कर रही ऑफिस बिल्डिंग से फेता एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट चिंग्र सिंग द ब्राइस ngasi adum iseng seng na khangna ram ngata ni laingak sina su lawi akhoi MLA na su lawi praja na su lawi education de emphasis PC lenga ki education infrastructure pisan ba paisa leiti se dum leiti hai tam ne leitram dina mamang tam khangde dum leitana la abne akoi housing phomai ga education ni sector se pini har ga infrastructure center ngamdra bne adu idadi local area phan se mai MLA thuna school se chamjan bara kargi ya handri no sinai question si simadi delete tokthokpio official section natragana criteria da accept education institution nam hapio natara akoi ni school ne semjan basi daida local era fund semjan ba ya de haire adagi school ne semjan bidre adu dadi langtho thamgarab arna masim tangdi ngasai point 1 si delete toktu official se adu natraga within bracket ta accept education institution nam hapio sin ene thamjan ngi se ad haibadi lairiba sing se loin mak mai kendra gi school funding ba ngatani government school chakul aning ba mayam lei satra leijadaba laila su tamjaning ba economically backward oi ba mayam sing si government school da chaning ne chaning sing infrastructure thi bani na chaning de magi macha sina larik tam godor bi school sina langtik langa ka da ne angang sa haidong malisi adun phlang sini iho ho na le kan da pru sini upul ngak thang karam angang na no farak toise ado akoi responsible lojara ke ba only thing sarkar sina local air fund se school la thada base yahan biu sina in terms ning sara duga lo sala pura sar akoi atai point di yam kana pizza roi akoi dum aina so dum thagat chei mamang da su akoi honorable chief minister na hoji su dum lady legak sidai da drug against the tawun haibase masi akan ba fight tawni IG masem yam kan special lokthoi ribko akoi hujik pudi naure akoi ai budget session da so mu laksage masi rule lama semaga mai local MLA sing do sinathaka MLA sing do MLA na khang da lai roi popi pambi thabra gi chaw base overnight ta hafta am da chaw ya ponte aduna MLA sing da mai cycle gi police to tawra masi tawbi responsibility noi low highway gum ba ma tawraga house sina Manipur se drug free ohena bada akan ba miyon chang biu hai bise masim tang thamjage sir honorable sir na ha pu ngasi gi supplementary budget ki koi demand discussion sida ngakang ngang ba gi tanja pi bi gnok ta honorable sir ba hangna thagat sir
kai gumba matang mayam da khan janing ba amak tang thamjage madudi haibi ni ma do honorable members na point da kidang ten tak na thambiu aduga hena kopaduna demand discussion da khanamin na ba hinai thamjani aduga mathang ngangbi gadabushi Surya Kumar Okram honorable member Surya Kumar Okram.
Honorable Speaker, sir, Masigi agenda number 3 discussion on supplementary grant sida ai point khara katang thamjage point da oina chachana ba tawjage appropriation bill number 1 relating to supplementary demand 2020 to 21 ji akhoi sida total amount sida akhoi supplementary life ji 9,001.92 crore si yamna apikpa amount na te hariba supplementary the henkal ibse aduna akhoi hanagi lairiba 32,660 crore sida 27% gumadi jump nebalize adumasi akhoi aina sum yengjab matamda mamangdasu mamangi session kaya dasu adum thamjagibani akhoi budget finance department ki koi puthoiba budget se kitang realistic oiba kitang watli henna adamasi jamsi aina sum yengjab da obviously central ki share and various flagship program mayam singsna sigi jump lakpani masi anticipate hana dagi dum tawba yaro pone aduna masi akoi lairiba department singda lairiba koi honorable leader of the house ki puning chingchan jaraga masi khara realistic oina ba masi akoi matam gi tohoningi haiduna matum tang thamjake. And demand number 5 finance ki sisu chap mana na haibetare finance department demand number 5 ki si supplementary demand koi ki hapi si am chawna hapa si aina sum yengjaba matamda pensions and other retirement benefits oina admaina madugi tuda masidi dum hana dum aina ngasai thamjagi duni masi dum akhoi masida yengakpada ubusi karigino hai matamda masi department gi clear koi gi carelessness ama yaubra natragana akhoi lairiba state sigi financial status se phai haibagi utpagi masida akoi hana height tawsalaga department gi leibiriba mayam singsina masida kitang losan ba ma yawbra sigi indication sima uba masimtang akoi tungda masi akoi thoktana ba masimtang clarification amtang thambi ba yagadra ada demand number 7 sida ai tai di yamna kaino tawjadre dubu akoi ngarang handa thokriba case ama haibtare demand number 7 akoi police department is ngarang handa thokriba yamna laibak tiba thodok manipur da hujik yam kana viral ore haibtare ichan nupi ma koi ilop tawni hai kari ni hai tawraga mahaksi siraga leirame haiduna tawkriba case adum bagi mayam sigi su yangchan bagi oigadawa masigi nupi samasi oiba crime against women ki oiba koi gi center gi flagship program haibtare nirvaya fund si akoi 2000 nirvaya fund je koi 2019-20 da release tawkibne adu huji fok season na laiba unused oina laiba masimtang akoi kari gino kari kamai tobugino haibatum tang clarification namtang masimtang pibi ba yagadra ai nidi sum phaning dana masing ba case mayam singse akoi kano tawbugi haidura masigi point se pukhatchabani demand number 9 information and public relations masida akoi supplementary demand sida akoi 1.34 crore gi akoi gi newspaper singi haitare media newspaper singi bill clear tawnaba 1.34 crore hai da aina subject to confirmation akoi mamang da media singi chelnaw sina akoi gi government da tonsin ba amount si around 10 crore ne haiduna masim tang hapkiba masida media fraternity gi chelnaw sing mayam sing se agitation tawduna ama tawduna tawna ki ba laiba masigi hairiba 1.34 crore sina enough oirabra natragana mathangi kaino da koi kari kaino leibi ka we haibatum tang ai thamjaning ba dagi ai mamang da su yam thamjagi bane koi gi demand number 20 community and rural development sigi supplementary demand si su koi gi yamna wangna rise lakpa simasu ada aina kitang yengjabada state share ga central share ga kitang mismatch kar leiba mismatch leiba si akoi state share si matam chana provide ta haudragadi central share si akoi phanghodabagi akoi masida central share si withheld leigibagi possibility lakadra haibdum tanga ai madugi adum tanga thamjari demand number 30 planning si akoi yengjaba matamda khoigi planning department je super department amgi mawongda ama lakpa ma uba the planning da tawisi khoi road ki building gi adu yada hana sum leiramba matamda planning je khoi especially plan non plan khoi hojik niti ayog tawriba sumaina tawraga adu planning department je khoi hariba sigi proper state sigi planning oina tawba do oina leiriba phibam da lehenbana phagadra haibdum tang ai madum tang thamjaningi demand number 32 gi jail fund sida 2019-20 da prisons ki akhoi gi kaino si supplementary demand si 2019-20 da masi half kibne ada aina sum kaino tawja matam da 2020-21 gi b da di yaudreba hujik da mu supplementary da mu hapchal ai masi b da yahog da pot ama supplementary da mu hapchal pase masi kitang masi da kaino mtang laibra haibdum tang ai madum tang thamjaninge demand number aroi da demand number khoi gi panchayat haibtar demand number 38 panchayat ki grant recommended by 15 finance commission sisu supplementary demand sida akoi 15 finance commission sida b da yaudana supplementary da hapsalap masisu akoi masigi se doesn't make any sense have tare masi akoi masigi leiriba mayam singsi kari leibano habdum tang ai asim tang honorable leader of the house tagi khangjaning aroi bida akoi gi discussion agenda number 4 discussion on vote on accounts ngasai honorable senior leader uncle ranjit asu high grade masida debate tawnaba ma tawnabagi wana chadaba general observation hai batare mamang da finance ki discussion akoi gi mayam da su akoi mayam thamjagi ba koina Manipur gi budget hai batare Manipur gi budget si North East ki state sing da right after Assam ki hek makha da budget si kwai da chaw budget se ada how realistic our budget is aina sum thamjaning badi experts sing mayam tanabiraga budget si semba matam da close to the nearest kwai da nearest figure du da hanagi mamangi trend mayam yenga ku matam da budget estimate ka actual ga yenga ku matam da achouba gap leiba su dum mayam hena ukre aduna budget se khoi 2020-21 gi GSDPC 21-22 gi GSDPC around 37,760 crore ni budget na 28,800 budget estimate na 28,824 crore ni budget estimate ka GSDP ga yam hena khena da bhaija budget chi yam na chawri se masida khoi masida khoi gi budget se sida kitang realistic oiba wat le hebse aduga amu siksu dum yeng be matam da budget estimate 2022-23 gi se 34,284 lei GSDP na akhoi 22-23 gi se 42,301 si leiba sida masigi khoi gi leiriba budget ka GSDP ga yam hena khena da base masi akhoi kano leibra haina admaina khanba adudagi ina sum yengjam matamda Tripura Meghalaya Nagaland yengma Nagaland gi yengma matamda 24,000 crore lei Meghalaya gi yengma matamda 18,000 crore Tripura gi yengma Tripura in fact akoi dagi mi lakh tara mukumba population da helibni 26,000 moi gi sina khare hena akoi gi figure do da khare hena close oiba khare hena naksan ba leibra haidna ai mayam da thamjaning bani aduga akoi yengaku matamda akoi gi state ki borrowing si in the last 5 years mamang da sudum mamang previous government sudum lerangoni but hujiksu in the last 5 years Manipur city khoi resourceful yamna kaino toba state na tabani na quantum jump am haivtar yamna market borrowing si yamna achoba jump ama leiba uba ada masi akoi debt theft oina akoi government sigi lakadra haina adumba achoba chingna jabam leiba adu masi akoina mayamna akoi gi market borrowing gi repayment adagi amagi mayam singsi detail oina pibiragadi akoi hayeng mathangi budget session da phajana discussion tawbada naina bada hena akoi kano tawgadra haidana ai mayam da thamjabani aduna akoi mayam gi leiriba covid ki pandemic ki matungda akoi karam sector da karam mafam da akoi kamya hit tawrage haibasi yengbiraga akoi budget sida leiriba aina mamang su thamjagi bana mamang session singda akoi education gi si akoi national gi oina moina national education policy si masi lakku matamda akoi gi Manipur gi infrastructure semkat kadoba ama tawdoba mayam amsu Manipur gi education sector sida semkat kadoba mayam amsu leibani na masida kaya yamna akoi kaino tawruge aduga akoi gi leiriba budget si akoi proper akoi budget discussion lakngai matamda experts sing university gi Manipur khoi department gi Manipur gi leiriba experts sing mayam sing tanaraga yamna realistic oiba Manipur da budget chi chauna mayam tawna sajaluraga central government da depend torgo leiba state ni khoi sidi sajaluraga as moidi budget si yam chauri haidna akhoi da kaino tawbagi akhoi da asoiba akhoi da kaino tawba lakadra haibdugi chingna jadana thamjabani aduna honorable speaker sir na matam khra pibigadamukta I thagatsari thank you very much
mathangda Honorable Member T.H. Arun Kumar.
Ikai Commissioner Speaker Sir, I na pukatchakaduriba demand sing sigi supplementary grants the yaw de dubu aigi wangkai kendragi nam maruiba grievances amoibanina masigi general discussion nasida submission tongnu bagi ayabadu pibi nabai anbada request tawjari Wanghi Kendrasi, Quick Impalgi, Mayola Laseragasu, Nasi Pawada, Yumtong Kudinga, Tagnava Singsi, Marankaina Pangdri, Hoji Sumasiam, Chova, Ishumo in a Koimayogari, Adu Kwegi Baratki, Kai Kunuzariba, Honorable Prime Minister, Gimiang Makada, Jal Sakti, Miang Makada, Hojik Pipe, the Yaman, Pumagalere, Adu Dobudabu. Isingdi hoje povo laktri aduna maram yurkanda aikoi wangai kendra leijariba baza myamsi ising leina honaba ising phangnaba honaba da yamna awaba mamayongnari maram aduna paikhat piba yaba thabak thoram sing paikhat pirakanda aikoi house ki leader oibiriba honorable CM gi pungning chingsin jagri mayam puna bu thagat chari duga matam pibi ganakta speaker bu thagat chari
mathangda haibi gadaba honorable member Muhammad Abdul Nasir. How during either cannot ninjing Jahoge. Honorable member Horan Habit of the point to the Panbira Kitang, Tentang Tobina, but Ninjing.
Hanisa, a minute. I need the Dumlos in Jagasa. The Maruano observation in a sar. Chums of Namohutkida. Honorable Chief Minister na street vendor Dagi. Yamna Nuxiba, Itiasik Oiba, Pote Levi Bagi, I've social media, the Su Uzay Sar. Masi, leader of the House, Honorable Speaker, get through the Pugning Sinkin Janing Badi. Street vendor Sigi, Sarna, Nanminung Siama, 10 Adwai the Male. Masigi police Yamaka, State Kiwana Tambi, Navagi Pugning Sinkin Jage, Sir. Anishuda. Sir, Minority Affairs ki Makada, MOBC ki Thobal ki DRD ne implement over. The construction of school building at Lilong Lehau Kong Primary Madrasa, Masi water body ki Mathakta, Lebak Thonjilaga, school Hex Hajin by C, Masi Supreme Court Kisu, Honorable Supreme Court in Jagpal Singh case. Reported in 2011 the Sugum Basi Taudana Haiba Masulay Basa. And Ising Matak Teniko do DC the district administration the Kitang Pawama Fauragamata Mama Piragamafam Sidas Hari Basika Minus Havano and Hibadodum Tang Puning Sing Sinchaningi Suri Banali long the Suri si Karilam Deno have the Sarkiang Vedagi Abdul Salam Kova construction Amana Suva. And Masigi Simtanga meeting Chingsin Jahaningi sa. And the Waron Truck to Honorable Chief Minister na Yamna Fazana Manipur Packet Piva Sinungaiba, and the Kibuhotki Mamanga, Lilong the Gachova Trakamani Fai, and the driver Paragal Ramale, Makata Avasindu, Habi Jabi Department Gimanung the Labra to Honorable Chief Minister na Driver Gariga Paraga, Sum Taduka Gitabaxi Tauraga Dimasi Mai Pago with Rena Kanba. Masi Soidan a police department a Kangang Bani. Adu Masida Manung the Honorable CM na the Puxel Sing na Toba. Adu Ada Toga Agalilong the Sungang of Sipote Karapiraga, as over missing the Pahudre, Yanakre, Portnea double ramdre, Portnea double ramdre, and some high of Miao. Masimta Honorable Chief Minister, Yam Seres Soiraga. Hariba mi Mari Mangado Faba the Lilong the Drakito, Bamiam Telero and Kalisa. Aduna Masida Pakriba Putsingo, Gari number Amama Loina, SP, the Impal West, the Gaida Lerangmani. Masitang Tidokpa Kalda, Lilong Hariba Mafam said the Draki Potsi, Todoka Mutkidawa Mali, do no Honorable Chief Minister Masimtang, meeting Chanhaningi, Waron Draksi Mai Park Kalda, State Chingi, Tungi Nahasingi, Amasung Tungdalaka the Mirolgi, Achauba, Kananaba, Amasung, Lebaxida Afaba, Samasamu, whenever give the Magni Honorable CM Changi by meeting si, Aduga, Pansait Kimatanga, Honorable Chief Minister na. Mamang the Lilong Nagar Panchaytaki Kairau the Municipal Rambadagi Kairaugi Nagar Panchaytas and Kibama, Adu Samro Dagi Lilongi Nagar Panchaytas and Kibama, Masimatang, Lakado Risigi Board Nanganaba Cabinet Lobiraga, Tobi Yakadra in the Puning Sinjage, Haribo Hikarasi Tamjaraga, Honorable Speaker Namatangara Pibi Bagi the Amagana Tagachari. Thank you, sir.
Matang the Habi Gandava, Honorable Member Tauchum Lokesorshin.
Hello, Mr. Speaker. Masigi koigi supplementary demand discussion si pasing badi dum koina sum participate to wani compulsory pass to wido lerabani adubu aina tangai phadana pukhjaning bese koigi house sida koi honorable minister koi honorable MLA chena koigi tamoranjit amai maruf yogesan habi do house se koi nang si sida salari se sida whole bill se pass ro matung da manipur da every person ko tung sin da ba kana si paisa si sidagi pass ro sin ga drin adu da house fambi arth se ase public ta pidragadi sarkar masala bi arth se leidong ma den khanja bhai tare se example mamang da session karan satki mamang sarkar matam dai tare hauki sarkar se 2016-17 to 20 ga 1 ba kai tare sida honorable minister jing leader of house na short to giba thabak sing out of sam 99.9% se thawon untoki da se ase koina public sabaka na noi house pham se kai gana bano kai do pham na matam mang na bani adoga when mayam pokalaga su amata to gida se kari gana hangba aduna koi se law maker ni haraga kenaram dagi thaglu kenru mu thagli ba honorable member sing se koi punam basing we are all law maker ni sida every khana nai nariba pass ro matungda station salai dori bani aduna handakti esol majority to phangam ni na honorable member 32 su lere adha handakti phajan su togring bambang da togida ba khuding musindo amu halak pidana na ba aidi makhata na handaki any honorable minister sing esort of matam da thabo in implement tawno ram da leader of house na madu honorable minister to thabak sing se house te esort of sing ma se tawrabra tawdra se tang honorable speak through the honorable leader house pung sing je basma sing dung tam janingi kai noibu honorable minister sing esort of ba thabak sing se leader of house ma si hay house tam ko ko kai khungbani habigi okul khanbiraga andung tang leader of house honorable minister sing je madu thigat piraga ohenna phana biu se example koi ki aina mamang thang ji state highways khuding ma sing se adoga india ode sing se amata satpa yada ba se masina maraboduna tourist section da tourism da no fail ora pa tare adana masigi sing se mamang da to win hedana a short to give for example koi ki somang kabiro na makhalaye masi kendra mari na phau karong ac cycle ac kundrapum ac lamlai ac quite the maroiba lambi se only putra tang pak lambi so oiba adara only am chatin so je for 0 to 2 kilometers ko kilometer trying to mutani mabangi honorable minister works na su to birene na kugi notice maning tender kai khole hagra do hogi kan di finance na paisa pidar degi aap dan leire work program di yaur ga haiba adudi honorable minister concern na house te sort to gido kadai chagra ga ba adudi honorable leader of house yauna dum mislead to have samana ba oire hajriba sumai to dana masigi sumai to da base supplementary compulsory yam su yam paisa jo hand public works department demand number iche 245 crore 41 lakhs 25,000 ne masi je har sigi imphal sikul lambi amasung somang kabi road se masi sigi tawne hagi ba do honorable leader house na masim tang lambi se tang show of haitare ke numbering sapal lambi na quite maru important of lambi mo khalak ju da mamang da su tawine habe tawi tab se honorable leader pung sing house pung sing hinjraga masim tang tawi ba yarodra yargadi tawine na house tang tang tawi gi hena fagane na sim thamjage do infal se ko lambi sisu karong sai kholam su kunra kum madi khurai for lambi se lambi ni sisu national highway state highway da state highway national highway on ka krena mamang kan house ta jo sort of re sisu kari phibam da gi lambi su dong dik so e ke na marine for sali lambi se sisu dong dik phajlaktre lambi communication lambi road lambi thong ji phatragadi chakot pasi pak le roi dau ne na education section chakot anje su lambi thong khwai peng da ka le re har lambi se sisu any available fallamadagi maintain to biraga doga central sponsor scheme mandagi kon bi ya bale di mamang da to win habi mutung na di house da honorable leader house na masing tang to win number sei ningjari aduga education department demand number 10 koi school policy mission makha da koi gi da kendra sida asagi whole kendra hu maksi loina thambiram ngani adubu mingdi yamna phajaraga thabon pangthokna honaba matamda maroina oja watpasi aduga magi infrastructure se gate panbi tana adagi magi fencing panbidana adagi school sing kariwal fajana thigatpiraga private school na toriba daman fajana tawba matamda sungsoi sadana lairaba mayam amadi pura kokhigani aduga lelai su tam hayauda ma fajana higalakani maram masigi mission se masi fajana phagalan jai tardi honorable MLA sing da chairman oijeri jungje masida whole infrastructure se sinabi da for example masai sida inang tang singdok chini mangkhulere mamangi session da koina koigi MLA local irrelevant fund dagi akoi education sam hangi bada asa kitang tayona bamuk ai koi DC sing jiga DC whole DC singse moi magi rule and regulations mana dabra khangde mamang de house of ko tung ding di infal study DC na koigi institution building se saba ya hedana koigi health ki maril na ba hospital gi sangumba aduga education sangumba saba ya nai sai mamang da chauba koigi classroom koigi honorable minister education na haibede ai MLA fandagi classroom mari san taramatoi tara sai aduga mana sa education department sa ne isor to du sabiraktre mana sage do DC ni amaga mana da khangde honorable leader hak clarify to wi gani sima mamang da dum ayaba pibidi dum sai aina khanjaba da do DC amaga rule se mana bara mana da di subject to confirmation honorable leader hak na madu hinbiraga clarify to wi gani maram digano institutional building haragati koigi laisu tamang haitare na masi oibnina haidana DC na ayaba pibidagi admuk sagi dig health ki section dharaga ju koigi primary health sub center gumba adagi CIC gumba dursu sabayan haiba aduna sagi hibni aduga sigi school fallen mission bakada koi oja watpa maruina infrastructure se machine to fajana koigi kendre email to pura tight to biraga any infrastructure sagalakpa madamda email fund si toba ya haibel rabnina asagi education department se tasing education section se fatragadi laibak si sakot pasunga mag yaro haibel rabnina education sakot no honabam tam leader house na fadan punung sing biraga concern minister du da fajana every minute to biraga machine tang dei phajring na masi pukhjabani aduga fire protection control sisu mamangi honorable leader house na di every constitution khudimakta amam thamasen house esor to hibani adu siju sahai ji be dumna sagi dumak tawhidre adu handakti sungso sedan to bin khalle kai no every house di aige kendra makta da su handaki mai hobada dum ahum mari dum loitum na sai karim kan mangam lapa bani na sagi constitution da amat center saba na thambiraga masagi whole protection to one hogodob do na hogda na infal le ko kana di kauringa da no phone to ringa da dum chak no loi han bani na siju honorable leader of house na isor to giba koigi every constituency khudimakta amam thamsiaki bedo asum tangai honorable speaking through the honorable leader house punung sing jari aduna aroi beda masagi koigi honorable member ani koigi honorable Ranjit ada honorable education pukhiba house we are all lawmaker ni adoga sida khana ne ba pass to gibse thabo in onthok ta base masi onthok pin ma habase masi aidi house hambegi arth do tho in khali du natragadi karim da kana ro do na hanaki lako sarkar sidadi eni esor to kun ngamoi da badadi ngamoi habi ba ngamgo da ngami habi regadi masim tang madum tang fulfill wanana ba tahon biu haidana I thamjari aduga lastly koigi honorable leader koigi honorable MLA K Ranjit hangiba haigibada koigi payment pitok tan lekiba koigi works ki singje lambi thongje masi thiga ramada subi yadra bhaitare na masi third bus masinang na bhariba 245 crores 41 lakhs 25,000 se masi bill singdok pagi yawi ba leragadi masi singdok shodan madu singdok pi haraga koina thabuk soy do yabi da se masina chuba awabong bisi masim tang clarify to bin leader house punung sing jari apang khare thamdaraga honorable speaker matang khara bi dam ai thagachari thank you
Marak Thana House ki karig mamata lauthokjage honorable member Shri N Kaisi na masagi health ground nga si suti ni bidai house and lip pibi bida yabi rabra house na yabi rabne lip si grant tawjere discussion matang da ngangbi gadaba sing ngangbi krabadina hoji honorable chief minister in charge of finance wafam khala thambi gadra
Honorable Speaker Sir, Honorable Members, Mayam Punamak, Mayam Henakhange, Loina experience later, Senior Mayam Shiori, Sumnagi supplementary budget, ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯥꯏꯅꯥꯟꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯏꯌꯥꯔ ꯂꯥꯁꯀꯤ ꯆꯠꯅꯕ ꯌꯥꯅꯅꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯊꯪꯒꯤ ꯊꯥ ꯑꯍꯨꯝꯒꯤ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯅꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯈꯛꯇꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯐꯨꯜ ꯕꯖꯦꯠ ꯖꯨꯟ ꯖꯨꯂꯥꯏ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯅꯤ ꯁꯥꯡꯅ ꯐꯝꯃꯒ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯤꯚꯥꯟꯁꯦꯁ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯝꯁ ꯄꯨꯈꯠꯄꯤꯈꯤꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯋꯥꯠꯍꯧꯕ ꯈꯣꯠꯍꯧꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗꯣ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ incorporate tauba yagani adagi budget ki haibirido yes wider oiba mawangda exporting tawrakanda karai karai chithaba ke do waiba do khananabagi khudong sabadu ikoi dum government na bijagani ikoi gi site gi bijagani ai one by one oina honorable members loina clarification tawleraga di madam do kano torani I with you permission actually thaba amakaksu langai phadong su sat ke na lepur ba dunai lams hypet overall loina mayam daina thamjaningi si ngasai gi honorable member ranjit ki common high gi ba gi social welfare gi kari mayam loina handa kisi ga ore adu mayam honorarium pi ba gi angawadi gi adagi asa gi kari gi leiba mayam adagi ngasai gi lambi gi kari gi sem gi ba gi build adu ada pending si ekoi madu full budget ki da liability ki da koi poraga mayam gi semtok na ba madu gi akoi clear tong na ba ko gi koi da khana ba leire adu ngasai gi lambi khara sem ba gi matang sungnu road ka du di koi already huji ki wena repairing gi pothole gi kari gi yaurga leire bani sem su horani na du matham jage adagi isingi water supply gi kari gi ngasai phangi de na haibiri ba yes NDB project ki makhada ikoi gi target si by live by December siba gi manung da at least 80-90% state sida yumthong khuding leising phangan na bagi pandam na ikoi wak to bani aduna hujiki wangkhai gi adigi chochanpur gi kari gi sing gi haibir gi do huji ikoi 63% yor COVID ki pandemic laina adagi difficulties mayam am le ga so koi te water yum the PVC yum gi provide was a koi 63% yor aduna 10% yor na bagi koi yam thuna sahi am ni sida December pa ngi manung da koi target to 80% at least aduna hojiki singkai singi kari gi sa yam bolo re hojik testing gi ising yor pangame imphal lom da porkada greater imphal lom da porkada turen lana porkada pipe sing khraga watpa adugi pone aduna yam matam da baduma yarane na khange adagi ngasai works ki bill pending leba khopor tu de aina haijagre ekoi full budget ki madugi tawba matam da porong na bagi koi hena khanaraga madu porong na ba khona ge haidana maduma aina thamjaga aduga hujiki drug kese hujik sai press meet ama tawrga lakpane yam phai ngarang suna hujiki honorable member nasrin hai gi budu madu drugs kari phai hai budu handaki sidara karino imadu mai detail dorkanda ai tawge huji khoi gi narcotic ki oiba khoi gi NDBS ki makhada sahi ama khoi gi NSA gi maina arms UG gumba kari gumba militant phaba matam da sahi ama without trial thamba NSA palaga thamba yaba dumaina NDPS ki act su sahi ama up to extendable up to 2 years madu gi posit dorkanda huji da soi press meet dorga mayam am ngarang na handagi war on drugs 2 sidaida mafam ahumdagi huge pharga madugi tawjaramne duna masidadi house member punamakta ngasai honorable member kishan hai kiba MLA sing the sinaba yes why not sidi wider plan ma khoi mayam gi ba concrete we ba torkana khoi punna chatmina se punna thengna mina se masi tawdragadi ngasai ngon yam alarming we ba pot ma pau phange health department dagi even khoi nupi anga anuba ngang isa sing lohongi ba khonglongi ba se moi de khoi gi generation gap lakpa ya ba gi pot sigi medical report dai kanon da fashion gi type drug guli ji sener pugum gi type ma khoi lak adna sidi all out khoi we have to fight together all out adna hujiki le be pot khudi mo khoi kano sem gre task force seme loina assam rifle ya hole and center gi team ya hole CRPF ya hole IAS IPS ya hole loina apun bagi tawrkanda khoi 24 hour surveillance tawna bagi madugi task force sem na khotna leire aduna ai losenjer podang sai gi honorable members na thambi gi ba mayam se I loina not tore loina I madugi podoi budget ki thambi ri ba kaya mayam na pushan bagi ade kaya mayam kaya high details pun mak toi kaya no da full budget ki da no ina mayam ki full budget pu thok tri ngai de su mayam da ki opinion logani expert sing da ki adu ka pu tho aba matung da su hujiki high ba mayam do detail phajana khande da bi khudung cha ba doi mayam da bijege haijara gai ngasi gi di supplementary kaya no ni na sumai na swai da lotion bina ba nei mayam da haijara thank you sir
Honorable Leader ki nungzi ja khoi full budget nga ra da ki song song ka bi ro se pura danger oir ba haitare khoi ki access go down le bin na jung tang thare sigi season dang nam da to bi ro mo
hujiki du es khat ai works minister hano bi ro mo su faminari es khat ngai re pi ga da ba gam thuna du dei tong na ba to es pi
tar ai kasu debate to jaroi hana hai khre hujiki yamna concern oi ba maru oi ba si sa Burma Suguru Road, Wagailam Khai Sugunu Chakbi Karong, the Honorable Leader of the House na polling a koi poor hole men, Bagi Pamatu Yam Paradu, quite Luridis are poor hole in a yarroy. I budget the Badu Chapchana, I Tamjagan, a city supplementary in Ika and Angjaroy. Have the 2009-2010, the Aishamana Waxman tree when the pooling the full length Taram Badagi, Chakbi Karong, Sugunu Wagai, Wangu, yes, Wagailam Khai say. Se adum khara khara por hole quality se amat yaud re koilas ki aduna loina kai khre por hole duna di madugi solution du nate ha besima huji dagi information oina I thamjage budget ta phajana I madugi chapchaba detail du pukhatjage yad raga na reply pb gano private partnership oina khoi public private partnership model on thok piraga su kasukai de adugi system ama huji dagi prepare to bi maram de adu ke matik yamna maru e balam bi si sa Pibam Tina Socre. Sima, Nasai Inos Hart Kanoto, but the Sima Katan clarification I seek those again. A quick Mamangi last year, the Works Department, Hoy Quick and the Chi Biratana, Hoy work program for a happy. But do technical sanction the Piraga ESP, the Nozu policy, works am the Pakapa, concern executive engineers in the contractors in the Madugi Bank guarantee a Chingba Karikari, Dakar Badu. The call Tamo had a Tamuraga. Some the ESC locked over the gives Pakat Payad and Leva. Madumatang Pakat Payana was Sindi Bayabra, the Bradum Tang, Sangdo Pirga Yazarasa.
Honorable Speaker, sir. Kainugi, Mayam the inconvenient like any, I could have Kanogi COVID pandemic action given a number can budget to keep a Sazukra reduce to keep a divert of Adam Tanakre. I don't know, Hujiki. Number one, Lambi the Mai share after proposal Thagre, honorable member. Number two, the Nasagi ESP than lady, but pending Tabakara ESP than Mother Hujia Tubada. She assembly sessions yellow ESP to Ogadum, re-rise the one Bugadu decision lady and Adam Datham Zerabi.
Honorable Chief Minister in charge of Finance clarified to be Kavanina, Hujik demanding a Matang passed on the no Python Serege. Ahanmada, demand number one, state legislature. That a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 17 crore 82 lakhs 42,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number one state legislature. Demand is passed out the House no Yabirabra. House no Yabirabra demand number one state legislature as he passed away. An issue with the demand number 5 Finance Department that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 694 crore 52 lakhs 32,000 only granted to defray the charges which will come in course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 5 Finance Department. Demand is passed over the House na Yabirabra. House na Yabirabra demand number 5 Finance Department is passed over. Ahum Subda demand number 6 Transport. That a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 25,83,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 6 Transport. Demand is passed over the House na Yabirabra. House na Yabirabra demand number 6 Transport is passed away. Mari Subda demand number 7 Police. That a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 13 crore 42 lakh 63,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 7 police. Demand asi passed out the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabni demand number 7 police department asi passed out. Mga subda demand number 8 public works department that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 245 crore only 245 crore 41 lakh 25,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 8 Public Works Department. Demand asi passed of the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 8 Public Works Department asi passed away. Taruk subada demand number 9 Information and Publicity that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 1 crore 34 lakh 77,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 9 Information and Publicity. Demand asi passed of the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabna demand number 9 Information and Publicity asi passed out. Taret subada demand number 10 Education that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 12 crore 57 lakh 54,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 10 Education. Demand asi passed over the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 10 Education asi passed out. Nipan subada demand number 11 Medical Health and Family Welfare Services that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 387 crore 38 lakh 17,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 11 Medical Health and Family Welfare Services. Demand asi passed of the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 11 Medical Health Family Welfare Services asi passed out. Mapan subada demand number 12 Municipal Administration, Housing and Urban Development that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 27 crore 96 lakh 56,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 12 Municipal Administration, Housing and Urban Development. Demand asi passed over the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabna demand number 12 Municipal Administration, Housing and Urban Development asi passed away. Tara subda demand number 13 Labor and Employment that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 43 lakhs 47,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 12 Labor and Employment. Demand asi passed over the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 12 Labor and Employment asi passed over. Tarama thui subada demand number 17 Agriculture that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 15 crore 3 lakhs 72,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 17 Agriculture. Demand asi House passed of the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 17 Agriculture asi passed away. Tarani thoi subada demand number 18 Animal Husbandry and Veterinary including dairy farming that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 7 crore 55 lakh 69,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 18, animal husbandry and veterinary including dairy farming. Demand asi passed of the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabna demand number 18, animal husbandry and veterinary including dairy farming asi passed out. Tarahundui Shubada, demand number 19, environment and forest, that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 7 crore 52 lakhs 95,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 19, forest, environment and forest. Demand asi passed over the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabinin demand number 19, environment and forest asi passed away. Tara Mari Shubada, demand number 20, community and rural development, that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 2,128 crore 90 lakhs only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 20, community and rural development. Demand asi passed of the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabinin demand number 20, community and rural development asi passed away. Tara mga subada demand number 21, textiles, commerce and industries, that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 11 crore 94 lakhs 5,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 21, textile, commerce and industries. Demand asi passed of the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 21, textile, commerce and industry asi passed away. Tara Taruk Shubada, demand number 25, youth affairs and sports department, that a supplementary sum not exceeding 17 crore 2,91,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 25, youth affairs and sports department. Demand asi passed over the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 25, youth affairs and sports department asi passed away. Tara Tade Shubada, demand number 26, administration of justice, that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 4 crore 37 lakh 7,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 26, administration of justice. Demand asi passed of the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 26, administration of justice asi passed away. Tara Nipan Shubada, demand number 27, election, that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 32 crore 54 lakh 16,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 27, election. Demand asi passed over the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 27, election asi passed away. Tara Mapal Shubada, demand number 29, sale tax, other taxes, duties on commodities and services, that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 93 lakhs 88,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 29, sale tax, other taxes, duties on commodities and services. Demand asi passed over the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 29, sale tax, other taxes, duties and commodities and services asi passed away. Kun Shubada, demand number 30, planning, that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 512 crore 86 lakhs 86,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 30 planning. Demand asi passed over the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabne demand number 30 planning asi passed over. Kunmathui Shubada, demand number 31 fire protection and control. That a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 3,50,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 31 fire protection and control. Demand asi passed over the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 31 fire protection and control asi passed over. Kunithoi Shubada, demand number 32 jails, that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 54,92,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 32 jails. Demand asi passed of the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 32 jails asi passed over. Kulumdoi Shubda, demand number 34 rehabilitation, that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 88,50,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 34 rehabilitation. Demand asi passed out of the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 34 rehabilitation asi passed out. Kumari Shubda, demand number 38 Panchayat, that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 6 crore 12 lakhs 2,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 38 Panchayat. Demand asi passed of the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 38 Panchayat asi passed over. Kunmanga Shubada, demand number 41 art and culture, that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 3 crore 27 lakhs 2,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 41 art and culture. Demand asi passed over the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 41 art and culture asi passed over. Kuntaruk Shubada, demand number 43 horticulture and soil conservation, that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 11 crore 79 lakhs 50,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 43 horticulture and soil conservation. Demand asi passed out the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 43 horticulture and soil conservation asi passed out. Kuntaret Shubada, demand number 44 social welfare, that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 159 crore 8 lakhs 71,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 44 social welfare department. Demand asi passed over the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 44 social welfare department asi passed out. Kungan Nipan Shubada, demand number 47 minorities and other backward classes and scheduled caste department, that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 31 crores 63 lakhs 59,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 47 minorities and other backward classes and scheduled caste department. Demand asi passed over the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 47 minorities and other backward classes and scheduled caste department asi passed over. Kungamapan Shubada, demand number 48 relief and disaster management, that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 79 crore 91 lakhs 29,000 only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 48 relief and disaster management. Demand asi passed of the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabna demand number 48 relief and disaster management asi passed away. Kuntra subada demand number 49 economics and statistics that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 25 lakhs only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year ending 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 49 economics and statistics. Demand asi passed of the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabna demand number 49 economics and statistics asi passed away. Kuntrama Shubda demand number 50 information technology that a supplementary sum not exceeding rupees 22 crore only be granted to defray the charges which will come in the course of payment during the financial year 31st March 2022 in respect of demand number 50 information technology. Demand asi passed over the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabra demand number 50 information technology asi passed over. Agenda number 3, discussion or voting on motion for vote of account. This discussion and voting on motion of vote of account 2022-23, which was presented in the House on March 24, 2022, asi mahusana thamari khaki oiba vote of accounts asi discussion tawdaba anumag tawdana dumak pass tawnanaba haiba motion asi pass tawnaba lokachabada House na yabirabra. House na yabirabna Board of Accounts 2022-23 amounting rupees 11,525 crore 91 lakhs 36,333 asi pass tawre. Agenda number 4, introduction of appropriation bill. Kanana to begin honorable. Agenda number 4, introduction of appropriation bill. Honorable Chief Minister na the Manipur appropriation number 1 bill 2022 as introduced to Bigani. Tawinaba House ki lip lo Bigani.
Speaker sir, I beg to move for leave of the House to introduce the Manipur appropriation number 1 bill 2022. Thank you.
House and leave pibade yabirabra. Leave is granted. House and leave pibirabanina honorable leader of the House na bill as introduced to Bigani.
Sir, I introduce the bill.
Honorable Chief Minister na the Manipur appropriation number 2 bill 2022 as introduced to be naba House ki lip lo Bigani.
Speaker sir, I beg to move for leave of the House to introduce the Manipur appropriation number 2 bill 2022.
House and leave pibade yabirabra. Leave is granted. House and leave pibirabanina honorable leader of House na bill as introduced to Bigani.
Sir, I introduce the bill.
Ngasi di makha taba agenda leitrabene House asi hayeng ayuki pung 13 pauba adjourn tawjire. 13
love.